Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas.
We got this.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Out, 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 out.
To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 53, Mike. You. 53. Under. Check 53. Hey, skating. Go. Do. Play.
Let's go.
From the 39, Foles. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Now, that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game, whether that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well. Here's Foles. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Check.
Here we go, 46.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
I've got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T. I got him.
Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Taking it about the 16. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Foles. It's complete to Fuller. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. He's crashing.
They run the counter. Rainey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What we got? Shit, shit, shit. 49, check 49, check 49.
Henry out of the pistol. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 4, check 4. Check 13, check 13.
They'll try the left side. Rainey, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles. He's got Fuller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
This is the tight end fan. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Good. Whitey.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
It's Coleman here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, silent one, silent one.
Now Foles. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He's going to fire one deep over them, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll throw again. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Go, go, go.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Kill.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch out.
What we got? What we got?
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking long for Westbrook. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Silence.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Tighten up.
2nd and 4. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
What we got? 180. Kill.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. It finds his target, Fuller. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Easy. 180. Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Who that? Say.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st down, Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Kill.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
There you go. 180.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Check. Sponge. No.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Mike 10.
180.
Mike 10. And let's get this. Check safety. Hey, we got Mike Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Here we go. Joker. Underground.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A big play there for Cincinnati. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Set. 20.
53. Mike. Check the out.
They'll run with Smallwood. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Wendell Smallwood, his 1st touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the out. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Here we go, T. Here I come.
26.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here.
Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. You must be dreaming.
From the 24, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Prescott down. Able to get this to Gordon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Mike 10, Mike 10. I got you. I got you. Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Hey, here we go. 480.
Mike 10, Mike 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third and 11.
That's you.
Prescott to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Kill.
Here we go, 46.
Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Watch the screen.
Under.
Watch the screen.
26.
Fourth down, Prescott. That's caught. It's Malone. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
First down, Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try.
I've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott yet again. Complete. It's Henry. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a three-score game as the lead remains 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second and 11 now. Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Foles. Got an open man. That's Campbell. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
It's just me and you.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Ooh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet,
there you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's get that ball.
On first down, Rainey, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, Silver.
Big stop, let's go. Check 52.
Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Okay, let's go. I'm coming after you. Shim. 53's the mic. 50.
Foles. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Line in. Here we go. Go to 54. Line in.
Coming, boys, son.
SOS. Here we go. Going to 53.
SOS.
26.
Now Prescott. That's complete. It's Gordon. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Line in. Here we go. Going to 53. Here we go. 46.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Switch it. Hey.
10's the mic. Watch the slant. Check.
26.
Prescott on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. Give him 30 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
He wasn't ready.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check.
Here we go. 47. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike 10. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. We're going to 54. Right here.
Man up, D. Man up, D. He's coming. He's coming. He's
Here we go. 47.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Switch up. Switch up. Hustle. Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Push him back.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Watch the screen.
This is Coleman. And some room to work. He's got daylight. 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Bengals, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.